Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Nazir page 16, which discusses, as we've been talking about throughout this tractate, a person makes a decoration, and the decoration becoming a Nazir restricts them from specific things. They are not able to drink wine, also to eat grape products. They are not allowed to cut their hair, and this is typically for 30 days. And then afterwards, they are able to cut their hair, as we've discussed. And the third thing is they're not allowed to become ritually impure. They're not allowed to come in contact with the dead. And on this, the Talmud actually wonders what would happen if you have a person that is literally in a cemetery and they make the declaration to say, I wish to be a Nazir. And if a person does that, so according to the Talmud, it says that even if he's there for the entire time, which would be pretty hard to imagine, for 30 days, we say that those days do not count, and he also will not bring an offering in which a person needs to bring if, while a Nazir, they become impure, because what he actually did was nothing. Because at the time of the declaration, he was in the cemetery, and therefore, since he was there, we say that it does not have any effect. And certainly one could wonder, why would a person accept upon himself to be a Nazir, which again means I will not become impure, which means you have a certain mindset, and you want to be able to do something in which maybe you would view as a positive step in a right direction, and you happen to also be in the very place in which will take away from that possibility of you accomplishing that. That is exactly what happens here by a Nazir in a cemetery. And the truth is, sometimes we are not any different. Sometimes a person knows that where they are currently in life is not where they should be. And they decide to make maybe even a New Year's resolution to want to improve themselves in some way. And then while they're actually making this declaration, and they really do want to change, maybe they're in a situation which will hinder their ability to be able to make that change. So, for example, if you have an individual that is interested in living a healthier lifestyle, and yet they are still choosing to make poor decisions as far as their food intake, as well as their not being physically active. So you can make all the beautiful decorations in the world, but if you are putting yourself in an environment in which is not going to be conducive to be able to make that change, you really said nothing. You really have done nothing. You may have the best of intentions, but if you don't actually put yourself in the right position, you're no different than a Nazir standing in a cemetery saying, I wish to be a person who will never become impure. Well, look where you are. Look at your life. Look at your situation. And a person could do the same thing. A person may say, I wish to for example, again, not just living a healthy lifestyle. A person may want to improve themselves academically. They may want to be able to improve as far as their knowledge, but yet they squander their time at the same moments. Instead of picking up a book, they pick up social media and they squander hours just wasting their time. So even though, again, the Talmud mentions something which seems unrelatable, the truth is, unfortunately, a lot of times these things are quite relatable, especially here. When a person decides to do something, but yet they do not take forth the proper action. So it's great to have good intentions, but you also have to look around and ask yourself, am I putting myself in the proper environment to make that which I want to happen, happen?